Hello and welcome to National Weather Service Pocatello's weather hazard briefing for Thursday, April 21st. This is what you'll see in this presentation today. We have a winter storm that arrives in the west during the morning hours and will spread eastward with rain and some high elevation snow. Through the first 24 hours, we're looking at 1 to 6 inches above around 6,500 feet elevation in the central Idaho mountains. Expect rain below that, and the rain will spread into the Snake River Plain by the late afternoon. During the overnight hours, we'll include all the eastern highlands as well. We are expecting to be breezy in the Snake River Plain and eastern Magic Valley today, in addition to that, as the storm makes its way across. The colder side of the storm arrives during the evening hours. This will lower snow levels and will change the focus from to the eastern half of the forecast area rather than the central Idaho mountains. And on that, in the eastern highlands, look for 1 to 10 inches above 6,500 feet elevation. Although the 7 to 10 inches is pretty limited to places like the Bear River Range, and mostly what you'll see is 1 to 7 inches. And it will be windy, but just in the eastern Magic Valley as winds take a shift from being out of the southwest and west to out of the northwest, which mainly affects the eastern Magic Valley and portions of the south central highlands. This storm, though, will be slow to clear. It will not leave the Idaho-Wyoming border region until Sunday night, so it will continue to spread light rain and snow even over the weekend. Here's our latest satellite image. It shows the front has made itself onshore here in the last few hours, moving almost completely through western Oregon right now. And will continue its eastward trek, and it should be crossing our area in about 24 hours from when that image was taken. All right, here's our weather risk outlook. So you can see a lot of it's front loaded into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So today we are looking at, again, we're on the warm side, so temperatures are fairly mild, as you'll see. So that means a chance of rain in the Snake Plain and eastern Magic Valley and even into the South Hills. There you'll see afternoon snow, but it will likely stay above 6,000 feet, and it should be windy there as well. The southeast highlands, it'll wait until late night hours for the snow to get likely. You will have a chance threat even before then, though. And the same with the eastern highlands. The late night snow will be likely. Again, that would be after midnight. But up until then, you'll have a slight chance and just steadily increasing chances. Also in the eastern highlands, there is a chance for some thunderstorms, both there and then you can see also in the Lost River area, where snow will be likely above 6,500 feet. And again, below those elevations, it'll be rain likely. So wherever you see the snow likely above a certain elevation, it should be the same thing for rain below that elevation. The Wood River area, also afternoon snow should start up there around 6,800 feet. And you can see thunderstorms also in the Sawtooth area, the Lost River area, and Lemhi County. For Friday, it will be definite rain for the Snake River Plain and eastern Magic Valley. It becomes rain likely. It'll also be breezy to windy there. We're looking for, again, you can see the snow level is dropping at least a little bit in the South Hills. Most of that snow will come, or rain will likely come during the day and will clear out during the evening hours. We're expecting snow all day in the southeast highlands and eastern highlands. Again, rain and snow above 6,800 feet in the southeast highlands and above 6,000 feet in the eastern highlands. And the thunderstorm area will move to this location for Fridays. Both, basically the entire Idaho-Wyoming border region will be subject to afternoon thunderstorms. In the Lost River and the other central Idaho mountains, there will still continue to be a chance of snow or even snow likely at a lot of locations, and slightly lower snow. It'll all be in the 5,000 foot range rather than the 66,000 foot range. Then on Saturday, you can see it tapers off considerably from from east to west, and so the main focus on Saturday will be snow likely with rain likely below 6,000 to 5,000 feet in the eastern highlands and southeast highlands. Everywhere else, it's a slight chance or chance of snow. Most of it, slight chance. So not a whole lot of risk, except for the Sawtooth area and Lemhi County, where there will be a chance of snow. And then on Sunday, nothing's left but an afternoon slight chance of snow above 6,000 or 6,500 feet, just for the highlands. Everywhere else, pretty benign. And then Monday is mostly a break with sunny skies, temperatures spiking up considerably into the 60s for a lot of the lower elevations. And there's really not a chance of precipitation until the Sawtooth area in Lemhi County, where there's a slight chance of snow during the late night hours. So let's look in detail at the first 3 days. So here is last night with the snow spreading in. This was valid at 8 p.m. last night. This will be spreading eastward, as I said, during the day, rain and snow. And so here we can watch the evolution. This is 6 a.m. to noon today. You can see the main focus is the Sawtooths all the way, at least partially, into the Sun Valley area, but not a whole lot. I mean, even here, the biggest snowfall is the 3 to 6 inches in the very high elevations above Stanley. Most locations, it's a half an inch, represented by the light blue, to 2 inches in the third blue shading. But you can see it does start to develop also along the Montana border in the Island Park area. Here's the afternoon. Not quite as much, but still, it's just 1 to 3 inches at best. Again, the 2 to 3 inches is extremely high elevation. And then during the evening hours, it certainly drops in intensity in the Central Idaho Mountains. And you can see now the focus is shifting to the South Central Highlands, and you'll watch as it just increases in the Eastern Highlands and Southeast Highlands and Southern Highlands, but again, you can see it's actually fairly high elevation, limited to a lot of the mountains. Below that elevation, a lot of those, especially along the roads, there's not much snow at all. Here are the winds expected, the maximum winds for today. You can see it's basically 30 to 35 mile an hour wind gusts in portions of the Arco Desert and the northern half of the eastern Magic Valley. The highs today, you can see how mild it is, all this mild air being pumped up in these southerly and southwesterly winds. 62 the high expected today in Pocatello. And overnight lows, all the cloud cover, very mild, with the exception of where we start to lose cloud cover, which would be in the extreme western side of our forecast area. So Stanley, you can see, is getting into the teens. And this is the accumulated snow for the first 24 hours. You can see there's very limited areas where it gets to the 6 inches, which would be the yellow. A lot of it's in the dark blue, and a lot of that is just at extremely high elevation. Most of the Central Idaho Mountains is in the 1 to 3 inch range. Same thing in the Upper Snake Highlands. And South Central Highlands about the same. And then the weak spot is probably the southeastern highlands here, where it barely mentions gets up to 1 inch. Okay, here is what happens for Friday. You can see there is widespread rain and snow all over the Gem State. And so here's how it's expected to evolve. So in the morning, it'll pick up where the focus left off previous night. So we're looking at the southern, southeastern, and eastern highlands. And that continues into the afternoon. And then here's the evening hours. You can see it really actually starts to slacken off, even though the temperatures are getting colder. It'll struggle to get to an inch or two of accumulation. And then the late night hours is definitely tapered off here, most of it below an inch. Here are the winds. You can see the shift to the northwest, and that means the focus of the really strong winds will be in the Twin Falls, Shoshone, Burley area. Considerably less once you get up into Idaho Falls and Rexburg, where gusts will only reach about 25 miles an hour. Temperatures, you can see we take a big drop, about 10 to 15 degrees. And so temperatures will struggle to get in out of the 40s and into the 50s. Overnight lows for Friday night with the sky cover decreasing, still sort of lingering in the over the Snake River Plain and sort of the eastern highlands, but you can see the cold temperatures have spread in the central Idaho mountains, and it is a little bit colder for the Snake River Plain, eastern Magic Valley. Okay, for Saturday, again, rain snow mix as that low. You can see it's barely moved. It's only moved into central Wyoming. And here's where it'll be during the morning hours until noon. You can see it's not accumulating into very much, which is the good news. And a lot of places over in Stanley, Chalice, Sun Valley won't be getting anything at all until the afternoon when the showers pop up. And temperatures on that day, you can see there's some recovery with the thinning clouds. More sunshine is able to get in, and we're back into the 50s for the Snake River Plain, eastern Magic Valley. And then overnight lows getting colder because we're losing the cloud cover, especially late Saturday night. And so we'll actually see some temperatures below freezing in the Snake River Plain. Okay, here is a total storm. This is through a midnight Saturday night. And so you can see for Friday and Saturday, it does accumulate to some pretty significant amounts of 6 to 8 inches. Most of this is very high elevations. Most of it is off the road surfaces. You can see, though, that they're not getting nothing at Teton Pass and Pine Creek Pass. We are getting, a solid 2 to 4 inches in some of those areas. Total snow totals through Galena Summit, you can see also 2 to 4. So a lot of that, and then going north, it gets a little bit worse for Targhee Pass and Reynolds Pass, where it does get to 6 to 8 inches up in this location. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this telephone number here. Check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.